Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Project 13 here, coming at you from Tango Dan Gaming. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to this video. Today we're going to be talking about the state of the game for the Division, their May the 4th broadcast, and I'm just going to be giving you the important information, so you don't have to sit there and watch it. I do recommend later on, if you have the time, to go check it out, but we'll just be running through a brief, like a briefing of the things that they have talking about. This week, they have been discussing loot improvements, which is the most major information. We'll be getting to that shortly. There's also new DZ brackets. Thank God. I've been waiting for this for a while. Anti-spam. This is one for you guys on the PC. And also only little bits of information about 1.2, which always quite positive. If you haven't seen the State of the Game broadcast, this is brought to you by the community team over by the Division, also over by Massive Entertainment, and they basically run through some of the things that they're working on, things to see in the future, and kind of touching base on the problems and the issues that a lot of the gamers are having. This week, Hamish, as usual, is there, Yannick, the community developer, and Quinton, the project coordinator. Quinton, I believe, is making his first appearance on State of the Game, and it was actually very nice to see him there and share his thoughts and opinions, as well as the information coming out. One of the major bits of information I think is quite important for everyone is they have fixed the calendar, which I believe is during this this update. During server maintenance, the calendar fix, if you did not notice, the guys must have thought that there was an extra day in April, and I believe when they looked into it a bit more that they realized they missed a few other dates as well. So they have fixed that, and I believe it will not be happening in the future. So yes, you will be getting your daily missions. I noticed that the other day. I was like, why didn't I have any daily missions? Alrighty, now you may see or hear that I'm kind of trying to do these videos, recaps and this information sharing a little bit more casually. I want to kind of give you guys the information in more of a relaxed gamer-to-gamer fashion. I don't see the point in making these bulletins or IGN-styled videos where it just seems so scripted. I'll be sharing you guys the points, the information, and a little bit of opinion along the way. I will be building separate opinion videos as we go on, but today let's just crack into it. Now, there is no real information, unfortunately, and I didn't mean to lead you guys along for 1.2. The devs have said that they're trying to be more like generals, and there is no date, no new information about activities. I think this week was more on touching base on, hey, let's give you guys a little bit of insight on what you will be seeing improvement-wise to the game when 1.2 comes out, other than just the Incursion. Now, why is... I don't know, maybe they're just trying to not hype people up, not to spread misinformation, and at the moment they're, I believe, are heavily going through the Q&As of the Incursion and the update. They do not, I guarantee it, they do not, and man, if I was Massive Entertainment, I wouldn't want it either. The guys do not want massive, significant bugs like the last Incursion, where people were exploiting the shit out of it. Excuse my language. Oh, sorry, dropped my pen. No one wants, those exploits to be in the game again. Neither do I. It was frustrating to have to deal with those people in the Dark Zone, let alone that, I don't know, it was abused, and I had people messaging me, hey, do you want to cheese the Incursion? Have you done the cheese? It's annoying. So there's a lot of Q&As going on at Massive Entertainment. They also mentioned for 1.2 there'll be a lot of quote-unquote bug fixing, especially things like talents and doors not opening was one of the things they mentioned, as well as base of operations. I think there were sections not unlocking, which is strange because I've never had none of the areas of the base operations unlocking. So it must be something new. For the PC players, the anti-spamming has been acknowledged and they are currently working on it. I think they're going to be having something delivered to you guys during patch 1.2. At this stage, even the developers are saying that they turn those chat channels off for the amount of spam. So I play on console, so I don't exactly know what kind of spamming is going on. I don't know if people are trying to send links to help solo mothers earn $5,000 a day through Google Analytics or Google Ads, but whatever it is, they are working on it. So that's just for the PC players. As for new Dark Zone brackets, the addition to a 201 plus gear score bracket will be released during 1.2, I believe. And 201 gear score bracket will feature NPCs level 32 to 34. You will find that you will not collect any division tech that is blue or green. You will only be receiving orange high-end division tech, gold for those people who cannot distinguish between the two colors. They also mentioned about min-maxing, just to remember that just because your player might have a high gear score doesn't mean that they will be as efficient or as effective as the players that maybe say a 190. Just to remember to the reason why the crafting and the recalibration station is there is to kind of, I guess, tweak it so you are getting those, say, burn resistant buffs, etc, depending on your playstyle. Also, the last part today will be loot, and I think this is the most significant amount of information the guys over at Massive Entertainment have given us. Sorry if you hear a little bit of page turning because I had written down a few notes on this. Generous loot, and I'm going to call this hashtag generous loot because from what they have said during patch 1.2 there's going to be more loot available in the game. By more loot there's going to be less mods, so less of these weapon and gear mods, and they'll be giving out better weapons and gear. So by better I mean that there's a chance they get more higher gear scored gear and weapons from named players. I know the times I've been in the Dark Zone it's frustrating. Oh, well, I just got a mod, another 121, stamina mod, like I think I got 3 in a row one time. It was very, very frustrating. And although it's nice to have, it's like, how many mods do you really need? Come on. So what they're pretty much doing is changing it so instead of, and I know a lot of the high level gear score players have been complaining about it as well, and players trying to get out of that lower gear score, is that the named players in the Dark Zone are in fact only dropping 160, 180, gear scored weapons or gear scored gear. So what basically the whole changes are going to be is that we're going to give you a high chance to better chances, and like they've been way more generous from what they've been saying, to get better high gear scored weapons and gear. And so how they phrased it would be that instead of re-rolling that vector or whatever at the crafting station, you're technically re-rolling when you're killing the bosses. Not that the same boss is going to be dropping the same weapon or the same backpack all the time, it's just that you are going to have a way better chance, like a way better chance of getting that gear you want. But this is not just for the Dark Zone guys, which is fantastic for me because I don't have a lot of time to jam out on the Division. Just in the Dark Zone, I like playing PvE a lot. So these generous loot changes are not just going to be for the PvP. This is also going to cross over into other things like the main missions on hard and challenging mode. This is also going to cross over to incursions. This is fantastic because when you don't have a lot of time and you want to get a couple of speedruns in, which I do just for crafting materials and just for fun, knowing that during that time there is a chance I can get that 201 or 204 drop instead of having to rely on buying it from a guy in the Dark Zone at the Dark Zone vendor, or having to do the incursion. I haven't received a weapon from the incursion yet. I will add, but this is very, very good. So along with that there'll be less nerfs. So I think from what they have been saying during the state of the game is that there's going to be more buffs and less nerfs. So not only will the loot that you'll be getting is better, your loot will be on par with people that already have that gear, meaning that you have a better chance, and it will primarily come down to skill, which is fantastic because skill is what should really make the game. Like the grinding is fun, and the repetition is kind of has a little bit of enjoyment, and having that moment where you do get that nice weapon, but knowing that you can take out those guys in the Dark Zone with that better gear. The nerfs are not going to be drastic changes from what the developers have said, so there will be small nerfs, as mentioned in the beginning for 1.2. I think they're working on tweaking those talents a little bit more. So yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a nice new update, and hopefully an update that isn't going to be bug-ridden and full of exploits as 1.1. So it's really good news for you guys, the Division players, and myself, that we are going to be getting way better gear and a better chance to climb out of those small, small ranks. I gave up a little bit on the Division, I will add, and then realised that, yeah, I already have the season pass, so I better not lag behind too much. But now I know that I don't have to invest as much time as other people, which is fantastic. And the developers, while they were testing 1.2, apparently they've been getting some wicked drops with some wicked talents on there, so yeah, exciting things to come. Pretty much that's it. I'd really recommend you guys go check out State of the Game broadcast. I'll leave a link in the description. They usually have some good streams on there. Remember to check out their live streams. There's usually giveaways on there. I know they're doing an 80k followers giveaway. That might have already been given away by the time you've watched this video, but be sure, because they are regularly giving away gifts at the moment. I think they're giving away a pretty good headset. I don't know if it's the best headset, but it's a pretty decent headset. So hey, free things are free things, and freebies are freebies. I would also recommend, and I will leave a link in the description, it was a really great episode. It was podcast episode 10, and they were covering netcode and cheating issues. I think netcode and cheating, I think this is more going to be, I don't know, I guess an episode to kind of give feedback to the PC players, but nonetheless, it's awesome to go, to listen to and hear back from the devs. And in my opinion, the massive entertainment, despite the issues they have had, the community team and sharing information to the players is very, very good. You can't fault them on that. There's been open lines of communication, so be sure you check that out and listen to what they have to say, and then you can be able to give accurate feedback to the issues you're having with the game. Anyway, I hope that's helped you guys out a lot. Those are some of the major changes coming out in 1.2 and from State of the Game, the information that they had shared with us, the gamers. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and whether you're listening to it in the background or whether you're actually just watching the gameplay as well. If you want to keep up to date with the latest information for your favorite first-person, third-person tactical strategic shooters, please be sure to subscribe. I haven't really been asking for subscribers much, but I'm really keen to share some more game information out there, and more news and more updates to you, the gamers. I don't really want to be that YouTuber to do game guides. I know I've did one video, and not because I didn't get some good hits on it, it's just because I know there's plenty of other great YouTubers out there that give out great information and great tutorials on on all some of the best games, even vehicle car racing games, or even, I don't know, Mario Kart or etc. You know what I mean. So be sure to hit subscribe to keep up to date. I will be posting videos, and as we get closer to E3 and all those special announcements here at Tango Down Gaming, we'll be giving you guys some great videos, some great information, some great coverage. Do not worry, we here at Tango Down Gaming, we don't like to follow rumours. We may cover some rumours, but other than that, it's going to be pure speculations and pure news and information. So be sure to hit subscribe, please. I really appreciate it. I'm not begging. Hey, if it's not something you're into, that's cool with me. Other than that, if this information has been helpful, be sure to hit that like button. My name is Project 13. You've been watching Tango Down Gaming, and I really appreciate it that you've taken your time out of your busy schedule, your busy gaming schedule, to check this video out. So take care, enjoy the games you're playing, and we'll see you next time. Peace.